This morning with the electees from two political parties, the PDP and the PNM. With the PNM being in office as a residue of the last administration and a deadlock situation. I ask you, how do we get an assembly constituted? A proposal was made, and I'm hearing that the proposal made and the little talk that you all had, that you've opened the door to talking to one another. And let me just say something to you all. You see, this political arena is not a place to make enemies. And you can make a lot of friends in there. Take my word for it. I've been there. This year, I came into the political arena in if I dismiss my earlier outings, but with the PNM. Let it be, and you probably will find that you will make some friends. And as Tobagonians, right, we should be the last to operate on the basis of enmity and insult. You can disagree, and you must disagree from time to time, as you do at home in your house with your spouse and your children. You can disagree, but don't be disagreeable and insulting. If I disagree, I disagree. And you could, I have an uncle who used to always say, there's no law in this country to make me say yes when I say no. Right? If you can't persuade me, then you have to accept that you can't persuade me. But it doesn't look good when in this little community that is so proud, and we are so proud of ourselves and our island, that we denigrate one another. If we don't agree, okay, we don't agree. Politics is about proposals and options always, and of course you call it win and lose, I call it selection and deselection. Because what in the end, what it's all about is that you offer yourself for public office. And sometimes you're chosen, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're riding high in the thing, not knowing that within a matter of 2 weeks, you will be down with the fall, taking a fall. And another thing too I want to advise you youngsters about, don't fall in love with office. Don't fall in love with office. Whenever you're elected or selected or appointed to office, it's one-third of the murders in recent times are domestic violence or domestic issues. And then that you call on the Prime Minister to do something about crime. I'm not in your bedroom, I'm not in your choice of men.
A clip of some school children from one of our schools in the West. Young girls behaving in a manner like hyenas in the African jungle.
And what about the right and responsibility of parents who breed monsters at home and send these monsters to teachers?
Well, I want to tell Mr. Prasad Bissoto tonight, that is none of your goddamn business. Because as long as Sharon is happy with how much I have outside and how much I have inside, Rowley's happy with that. At least what I had outside and what I have inside, they escape and they're alive.
Her words are slurred. She's falling down all over the world. In the car, out the car.
And she could jump high, she could jump low. She could drink this, she could drink that. She could back in the dog, we can ignore she jump.
Nah, no man ain't digging up my bottom like that. Nah, no man ain't digging up my bottom like that. I mean, there are some people who know they're getting on, you know.
A lawyer who was on the verge of being your attorney general, sucking from the nipple of the prime minister. I will tell you, like she loved me, like she loved no other man. And because she knows that I love women, she thinks I love any woman. I have taste. And when I don't take on, she unfurls back. With licks in the waist, licks in the face, and licks all over your petty face.
Kamala Prasad Bissoto and the UNC go and put that bill where the monkey put the nuts.
That officer would have breached a level of security and has created a threat for the children of the Attorney General. But I want to say something about National Security Services. Because if you lose confidence in the people around you who are to safeguard you from those who would want to harm you, I'd rather be without them, you know. I'd rather be without them.
Hamel Smith, my good friend, the former president of the Senate, but I think their symbol should be Mr. Hamel Smith on a cesspit in Westmoreland with a flip gun, killing the cockroaches that interfere with it.
I am very serious. There are no alcoholics or drunkards on a PNM platform.
General election time is here. We're watching the enemy straight in the eye now. And we're seeing the white of the eye. And as we put on with PNM war paint, and we say, great is the PNM, and we have the symbol of the Balize, we taking no prisoners, we licking down that. The time has come for you to pass judgment upon her, and upon her hosts, and her friends, and her supporters, and the other infidels, and the other traitors, and those who have done damage and pain and embarrassment to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I make no apology. And all of them is alligator from the same murky lagoon. And all of them is alligator from the same murky lagoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I wind down, I say to tell you, be strong. Do not let anyone distract you. You are focused. You are on a good ship. Because as I told another crowd on the road, there is a ship at Calcutta waiting to sail to Tobago. That ship is waiting to sail to Tobago. They are waiting to get the results of this election. If you bring the wrong results, Calcutta ship is coming down for you. You must stop that ship. We must not allow that ship to sail. And if you don't want the ship to sail, what you have to do, vote the PNM, vote the People's National Movement, vote the candidate Hilton Sandy, and